A potentially historic breakthrough in Middle East diplomacy has emerged from the Swiss mountain resort of Bürgenstock, where senior representatives from the United States and Iran have completed direct high-level negotiations aimed at ending years of tension and conflict. The talks mark the first major diplomatic engagement conducted under the framework of a new Memorandum of Understanding, creating what many analysts describe as a rare opportunity to reshape relations between Washington and Tehran. According to officials involved in the negotiations, both sides agreed to pursue a roadmap that could lead to a comprehensive peace agreement within the next 60 days. The discussions were supported by mediators from Pakistan and Qatar, who played an important role in facilitating communication between the parties. Their involvement helped establish an environment where meaningful dialogue could take place despite decades of mistrust and political disagreements. At the center of the negotiations is a 14-point Memorandum of Understanding signed under the direction of President Donald Trump. The agreement calls for a cessation of hostilities across all major fronts in the Middle East, including ongoing conflicts involving Lebanon and Israel. The document is intended to serve as a foundation for broader peace efforts while creating mechanisms to prevent future escalation. Supporters of the initiative believe the agreement could become one of the most significant diplomatic achievements in the region in recent years. While many challenges remain, the willingness of both sides to engage directly has generated cautious optimism among international observers and policymakers around the world. President Donald Trump has taken a firm public stance regarding the negotiations. Through statements released during the talks, Trump warned that Iran must ensure Hezbollah does not escalate attacks against Israel or other regional targets. He indicated that failure to comply with the terms of the agreement could result in renewed military action by the United States. The warning reflects Washington's determination to ensure that any peace process is accompanied by measurable changes on the ground. Trump argued that stability in the Middle East requires all parties to demonstrate restraint and commit to reducing violence. His comments received widespread attention because they combined diplomatic outreach with a clear message that violations would carry serious consequences. At the same time, Vice President JD Vance adopted a more optimistic tone while leading the American delegation in Switzerland. Vance stated that the negotiations represent a historic chance for both nations to turn over a new leaf and move beyond years of confrontation. According to him, encouraging progress has already been made regarding efforts to maintain a ceasefire in Lebanon and strengthen regional security arrangements. One of the most important topics discussed during the summit was the future of the Strait of Hormuz. This strategic waterway is responsible for transporting a significant portion of the world's energy supplies. Any disruption in the region could impact global oil prices, international trade, and economic stability. Ensuring the security of this route remains a top priority for both regional and international stakeholders. Although the negotiations have concluded for now, the real challenge begins with the 60-day window established for reaching a finalized agreement. During this period, technical teams from both countries are expected to continue discussions on security arrangements, verification measures, regional cooperation, and long-term conflict resolution mechanisms. Mediators from Pakistan and Qatar will remain actively involved throughout the process, helping both sides address disputes and maintain communication channels. Their continued participation is viewed as critical because successful diplomacy often depends on trusted intermediaries capable of reducing misunderstandings and building confidence between opposing parties. The outcome of these negotiations could have consequences far beyond the Middle East. Improved relations between the United States and Iran could influence global energy markets, regional alliances, international trade routes, and broader geopolitical strategies. Conversely, a failure to reach a final agreement could increase uncertainty and raise concerns about future instability. For now, both sides appear committed to exploring diplomatic solutions. While skepticism remains among some observers, the Switzerland talks have demonstrated that dialogue remains possible even after years of tension. Whether this effort ultimately produces a lasting peace agreement or becomes another chapter in a long diplomatic struggle will depend on the decisions made over the coming weeks. As the 60-day deadline approaches, governments, investors, and citizens around the world will be watching closely. The success or failure of this initiative could shape the future of Middle East politics and international relations for years to come.